welcome back to Secrets of the Opposite Sex. I'm your host, Tasha Ray, and tonight's conversation should be nice and juicy because we're talking about exes with three of my faves. Welcome to the show, guys.
What's going on?
Happy to be here.
So let's start, ladies first. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I am Brittany. I am 35 years old and I am single.
I'm Mark. I'm old enough and I'm living my best life.
Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers to the best life. Hey, yo, that's Drew Comments. I'm 36 years old, at least for the next 2 weeks, and I'm single as of right now.
All right, so guys, just how we do it every week, we're gonna pull some questions from the app Secrets of the Opposite Sex, and these questions, we're gonna talk about some exes. So let's jump it off. So, what would your exes say you need to work on before you get into another relationship?
It's funny.
It's the faces for me.
Everyone, like all of them. You don't have that much time.
My ex would say I need to be more intentional. I think she would say that she had a British accent, so she would say something like, "You need to have more attention with it, and just put the pedal to the metal and just go where you want to go. Because it just seemed like we were going nowhere." You stop messing with her. It's fine. She's moved on with her life. I ain't doing it. Anyway, that was a long time ago. But no, I think I need to focus on making the woman feel appreciated every day and not ever falling off. We hadn't been together for a while, and we just cleared the air and got over that. And she said that there was times where she felt at one point where I wasn't excited to see her, like I was detached, and she thought it was her.
Was she accurate?
I tend to shut down, and I don't express like how I feel and stuff. And she thought it was her, and I'm like, nah, you literally are the bright spot in my life right now. Had we had that conversation, that's what I would have told her. But there's a whole bunch of other things I was dealing with. Everything I was working with professionally wasn't working. I was broke, you know what I'm saying? I was going for different jobs and I was hearing no, getting rejected. I started feeling down. I remember I was trying to get my YouTube channel to pop. I was trying to get that going and create more and more like fantastic content, and nothing was working. And I just felt like everything I was touching was falling apart. Yeah, I could have done a better job of just dealing with that and just at least showing her appreciation.
That's fair.
I will say that I have an anxious attachment style. Like I was very attached to my partners. Like if I felt that they weren't showing me the love and appreciation that I needed, I'd be like, oh, they don't care about me. And then these stories start running in my mind. I start making up stories like, oh, he must have somebody else, or he's doing XYZ, he's doing this. And then next thing you know, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and I just can't control myself.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta go too far back. Last time I can consider it like a real ex, I was married, so.
I mean, that's a real ex. Like, I don't think it get any realer than a marriage.
Like, dang.
So that's nah. I mean, she going to say everything bad.
I mean, anything that she would say, do you feel like she might have a point on that one? Or you feel like it's all just coming from anger, so you wouldn't know what's,
I mean, I think she has some valid points as far as like disconnected. I think it's hard to say, like, for her it's valid. That's what she felt. So as far as like for where I sit in it, yeah, I can see where I was that way, but I feel like I had the right to be there in that moment.
It's like, do you think men and women cheat for the same reasons?
No.
Well, men and women agree on that one, okay? Like, that was a resounding no.
Start with what cheating is.
Well, what is cheating to you? Because that is a blurry line sometimes. And I don't like
it. Matters to both people, both individuals. So, like, okay, I mean, if you entertaining somebody with your intimate details of your life and you having conversations with them about how you feel, how your day was instead of your partner, isn't that cheating?
Intimate.
Anything after that is like, it's all downhill from there. Anything else you do after that.
I agree.
When you start talking to someone about your day and you're having these intimate conversation and you have this emotional attachment to someone, you could never even have sex with them or touch them. To me, that's still cheating because it's like you're looking forward to this person. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like when women cheat, it's usually because the man in our life, like they're lacking something. They're doing something we probably told you a couple times, like, hey,
Mm.
because I feel like we're really good communicators. We're like, listen, I done told you. And then you kind of just, what you got to say for him?
How'd you
Yo,
tell him?
me and Mark did the same gesture. She like, really?
I
Put a
told
hand over the mouth like,
You didn't tell him. You didn't tell him.
And to quote my girl Danny from the last episode, because you heard me the first time when I said what I said. So clearly, you know how I feel.
How do you figure that
And you-
we know? Just because you say something
knowing,
to him,
I'll be
that's
knowing.
not true. Just because you say something to him, right?
You heard me.
It don't mean he understood you. And maybe he tired of just hearing
Y'all
it.
aren't dumb. I know y'all can be a little
Right.
sometimes, but y'all ain't dumb. You know.
Come on now.
Come on now.
Come on now. But okay, what point in life are we talking about?
Grown now. You.
Okay, now, sure, yeah. Okay, but I can go back 10 years and this shit I'm gonna miss.
Okay. Fair.
I go back 10 years from
But
that.
I'm gonna need you to have
Miss
your
a lot
big
more.
lessons learned by this point. Like your big heavy lessons by mid to late 30s learned by now.
Yeah.
You haven't been in like a
Big
serious
stuff.
relationship.
That's interesting.
Intellect and like communication about really how you feel and where you were and what you were going through in life. And you were just together for a long time. That happens. People spend a long time together and really don't move anywhere.
And then, but that tells me a lot about you.
Yeah.
That
but
you stayed in a relationship, a stagnant relationship that had no future, and you were okay with that for an extended period of time. So that worries me.
I feel like men do that a lot.
Absolutely. If you let them, that's what they're gonna do. Play in your face.
Okay.
Play in your face and let your time.
I just want to rewind back to the part where you cheating is my fault. That's what I'm trying. Like, how is your actions result of me like what I got going on? Like, what happened to accountability? Hold up, wait a minute. Or was he lacking something?
I didn't say that it was like it was right if I did step out, but I do believe that women more often than not will let a man know, like, hey, babe, this is how I feel. I would like us to have more communication. I would like us to do this. And I feel like sometimes men don't take it serious and they're just like, all right, I'll try better. I'll try more.
I came home, we had a conversation, whatever. Fast, long and short, I said something to the effect of, you're at risk for me cheating on you, where we are right now.
You said that?
Yeah.
What?
Okay, now look, how would you feel if your man said that to you?
You're at risk for me cheating on you?
Mm-hmm. And he's told you why, right?
I would have been like, you don't have to worry about me.
So you out. So he could.
I wouldn't give that energy because I would actually appreciate him coming to me because a lot of people just do it. And there is,
but to say it like that,
I mean, I don't like the word choice. That's not cute,
right?
But
hey, baby,
the sentiment, I understand. Like, you're not happy. Clearly, there's something wrong. There's a disconnect, and you're telling me this because you don't want to do this. A lot of times, people are in these situations and they don't know that something is wrong, and the other person is just getting their needs met somewhere else, and they don't find out until the need has been met.
I can appreciate that. I guess I just didn't appreciate the wording, but I guess like I got to get over that.
It was real bad.
How many times
was bad? But if you would say like, hey, like if you communicate to me things that I can actually fix within our relationship, yeah, sure, let's do it.
Men don't speak through feelings. Like we don't talk to each other in our feelings. You're never going to convert to how we speak. We're never going to convert to how you speak. So how do you understand that if a man speaks direct, that's just how he speaks, and you can't allow the words to trigger you. And if a woman speaks all over the place, you gotta be patient and listen.
So how would you want to be told if you were in a relationship and you weren't happy, or you thought everything was okay, but your partner wasn't happy? How would you want her to approach you with that? Like, I feel like, listen, somebody over here sparking some things that you ain't sparking. How would you want her to approach you?
Why not say what you really think in your mind about how you see that dude instead of trying to sugarcoat it and wrap it up in like these extra feelings to deliver it on this nice plate so he's more confused instead of like, damn, yeah, shorty just basically told me she gonna smash dude if I don't get my shit together. Isn't that just a straight up, this is where I'm coming from? And then he can deal with it how he wants to deal with it. And most guys are probably gonna take it the wrong way. But that's why I'm asking you, where are we at in our timeline? And their emotional intelligence, how far are they in that? It's different.
Well, I also think though, when women care for someone, especially a significant other, we don't want to just say things bluntly like that. It's kind of because I love you, I want to break it down to you in a way that you understand without coming off as being harsh. Like, baby, I love you. I want to be with you. I see a future with you. I just wish that you would work on these things instead of saying, well, bitch, listen, if you don't get it together, I'm out here gonna be fucking Keisha. Like, I don't want.
What would you tell your friend though?
You mean like my friend if I'm talking about my man?
Just say, what would you tell your friend? You defining it. Me, I said, what would you tell your friend? And you were going down the road, now you snatch back. And you like, let me think about this before I answer. I'll wait.
Like, okay, so just to make sure I understand and I answer it correctly, you're saying like, what would I tell my friend if she were going through the same thing?
What would you tell your friend to do in any scenario when it was something that you didn't like that she was doing? How would you tell her?
I would still tell her in a nice way. Like, I think I've had these conversations with my friends and been like, listen, I love you, but these things bother me. If I've ever had a friend that was that blunt with me, we're probably not friends anymore. I don't want to be friends with someone who doesn't care to break things to me in a way that I'm able to digest it. That's just the way I am.
So then that would be something that would be a characteristic that I think if somebody is close to you, that you should share. Because before you even get like, once you like, okay, hey, we tight, we hang out a lot. Hey, just FYI, like if you're blunt with me, I'm gonna take that shit the wrong way. Because me and you would never get along.
I don't like when people skirt around stuff. So I'm like kind of like you, Mark. Like I'm very direct because if I can't be blunt and honest with my close friends or my man, who I don't understand. Like I feel like I got to do a lot of sugarcoating at work. I got to do a lot of sugarcoating with people that I don't talk to on a regular. I don't want to have to censor myself.
I do think there's a healthy balance between not sugarcoating too much and also just not going through and blasting through somebody like you a juggernaut. I still want to rewind to this part where you said that you cheating is my fault because again, the idea here's the thing, right? It was like, yes, something was lacking. No, it wasn't nothing lacking. You had another opportunity. That's what happened. And you were like, you know what? The situation that I'm in right now is not worth me, it's not worth me passing up this opportunity that I can have, right now. Like, think about this real quick. Think about how much work it is to meet somebody that's cool enough for you actually want to kick it with, or somebody cool enough that you even want to just, okay, I like you enough to the point where I would want to sleep with you or do something like that. And, single life. And now think about like how much work you had to put that same effort even when you in a relationship, bro. On the side with like this is more than just I'm missing something, I'm lacking. Like this was a decision. And I'll be honest with you, even with men, I know I hear brothers all the time. They be like, yeah, yo, you know what I'm saying? We just cheat, you know what I'm saying? Because it was there. Bro, you had to put in some work for that, bro. Ain't nobody just that dude unless you got like a platinum album out. You on tour. I understand they throwing at you. That's a different situation. I get that. It's still messed up, but I can understand how that's being. But the regular dude, bro, act like you ain't had no girl, or maybe you said, you made some lie. Yeah, I got a girl, but things ain't going too well right now. She's like, oh, that's too like that took work. That's what I'm saying. So like, I feel that men and women cheat for the same reason. I'm gonna tell you straight up, and the reason is don't value the relationship I'm in to pass up an opportunity that I put work in to even get in the first place. That's really what it comes down to. But it ain't my fault that you cheated. It ain't your fault.
I'm confused. I didn't say it was your fault.
You insinuated. You said something was lacking.
Hey, I can't argue with you on that one.
That's work, bro. You gotta hit up text. How you doing? What's up? You gotta give them a little bit, but not too much. You don't want to scare them off and all of that. You know how hard it is to be cool, like new cool when you already in a committed relationship, when you 100% comfortable. Like when you just go to your girl, so just the nastiest stuff on the top of your head. Somebody new, you gotta be real nice and pretend to be an angel and all that. So what do you like to do? Oh, well, me, I just, nah, man. That's a decision. Well, that's all I'm saying. It's a decision. It's an effort.
I mean, but aren't there different levels of cheating? I feel like you're talking about them cheating more of like where you really got to put in some type of like you got to do the legwork. There's plenty of women that'll just have sex with you just because you did a kissy face to them or something.
Where that? I'm joking.
You know what? I don't know, but
Yeah, out there. I mean, I've heard some stories.
They really out there. There's women who do that to you just for the simple fact that they like your body. Like it does exist. I understand that. But here's the thing: anything that you're doing with somebody that you would not do if your significant other was sitting right there in that room, that's cheating. I'm sorry. Like right up. Like I could have a conversation all day about I don't know, just regular stuff or politics or something. Ain't nothing cheating about that. Or health or microbiology. Ain't nothing cheating about that. If I'm sitting there talking to you like, so what you be liking doing the weekend and stuff, for real? Yeah, you know me. I'm the type of guy to let now you know if your girl was sitting right there, you wouldn't be in them in-depth conversations and stuff, asking her, you know what I'm saying, what she like to do, what her nightly routine is, if she like to oil her legs up after she get out the shower, how many different body butters and lotions she put on. And you ain't even touch it. That's cheating.
You ain't never had no in-depth conversation with a female.
Oh, not like that. Nah, no, not like that. I don't do that. No. I don't play. I don't play.
Well, that leads me to my next question. So, have you guys ever cheated? Like, have you guys been a cheater in a relationship?
Nope.
I had.
What's up, Brittany? How you doing?
I wasn't surprised by either of your answers. You don't seem like a cheater, and you kind of do. That's why I was like, yeah.
A long time ago.
Not about right.
Yeah, but that was a very long time ago.
How long?
Early 2000s.
Okay.
Oh,
that is a long.
You were young.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now it's okay.
Well, you were young. I told my son, like, I was just having this conversation with him.
But you were like, nah, because you seem like a cheater. I
mean, you do.
But the funny part about it is, if whether I did or I didn't, you're going to assume that one way or another just off of how I look.
No, it wasn't off of how you looked.
That's what I said. What I said?
Because you look like Common that he gonna be a cheater. That's crazy. Why would you
cheat on her if she did, like, because she wasn't changing her ways? That's why.
No, I think it was just I just came to that conclusion by the whole conversation. It wasn't just because of how you look. Sure, that maybe that plays a little part. You know, yeah, maybe.
Wow.
All right, you got me.
Have you ever been a cheater in your past relationships?
When I was younger, I cheated one time.
What's younger?
What led you to cheat?
It was only revenge. He cheated on me, so I just was doing it just to get back.
So you're spiteful?
You said, am I spiteful?
Spiteful?
Absolutely, yeah.
Still today?
Am I spiteful today? No, I've gone through therapy. I've did 3 years of spite. 3 years.
You can't do this. Come on now.
No, I'm not spiteful anymore. I have been spiteful in the past. Mm-hmm. Yes, I did it out of spite.
If I had a notepad with little red flags in it, it'd be popping up.
I think you have a notepad right here, and it says Mark, and then it has like 5 red flags next to it right now.
Oh, that's good. No, my thing is, I think that's kind of interesting. Like, and I think cool is the wrong word, but I have no other word for it, so I'm going to say cool. That once you got cheated on, you were able to cheat back. Like, oh, word, watch this, bam! Like it's like a card there, like to put. Because I'll be honest with you, look, even if I wanted to do that, I wouldn't even know where to start. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got like who gonna be down? Like that's quite a move right there. I'll tell you what, I ain't never
start with someone you've already started with in the past. Maybe you're not gonna find somebody like that's how easy it is.
Don't be giving him advice on how to cheat.
Nah, I need to figure out how this works.
He had one in the back. She had one on the shelf ready to come down at a moment's notice.
I mean, and here's the thing: I can't say that it's outlandish because I've never cheated, but I've been the other guy. I certainly have done that, so I have been the cause of someone cheating, or at least an accessory to a cheating crime. But what I'm saying is, like, for me, I've never done it because I don't know. I got a problem with being wrong. I don't like being wrong, and I feel like if I cheat, then that's me admitting that I chose the wrong person. I can't live with that. So. No matter how bad stuff get, I'm just gonna ride it out because my ego tells me I got to be right about the situation. The other part about that is I just like usually choose to stay single. Like I don't even get in a relationship unless I'm with a woman who I know for a fact I ain't cheating on her at all. Like no, like I ain't I don't care what happened. I would not do that. I've been in situations and you talking about exes. I was with a girl and she made me wish I cheated. I was like, I might as well. Dang.
Look, well, why do you feel that way?
being cheating, like being accused
No,
of cheating
no.
when you ain't doing it. I'm like, well, shoot, you gonna keep saying that? I might as well go. Hey, let me earn it. Let me earn it. You know?
So,
That's
question,
what I
if
mean.
you get cheated on, are you taking that person back, or have you taken people back that have cheated on you? And if so,
Yeah, I have.
well, why not? How is
Okay,
it so funny? They
It's-
get cheated on one time, just ruins them for life.
and y'all need to learn.
Most of
from
my
that.
relationships.
I think it really depends on the scenario in all actuality, and if you married, I think it's a little different.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I lean real heavy towards, like I said, it probably depends on the whole scenario. How long you've been together, how serious your relationship is, what were the circumstances like? You know, people done took people through some crazy shit before, and then something happens, and it's like, yeah, well, he cheated on me. Well, yeah, you was crazy.
Under what circumstances would you take somebody back?
I was in a relationship, cheated on, we were married, split up for a while, got back together, tried to make it work. It never worked in the long run, clearly, but got past the whole cheating part, you know, but I know I wasn't there. You know, I was more about doing me. Went to work, came home, took care of home, get on my bike, go ride, come home, rinse and repeat. You know, I wasn't really in my marriage in the way you should be in a marriage if you want to be in a marriage.
Mm.
But other than that, I mean, you can get past stuff. I mean, look, dudes be getting cheated on. Don't think they don't. They just don't tell. For real. Think about it. Like come on now. I never really been a person that was a cheater as far as like cheating on like a woman that's in a relationship when I did cheat. But women cheat. Y'all know it. And they do it a lot. A whole lot. And they make themselves very available.
Said, why not leave?
Why not leave?
Back then, I wasn't mature enough and I wasn't strong enough to leave.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Tasha been over there like this. Tell me more.
What about you, Tasha?
I'm the host.
Right.
You over here like,
I have cheated, and I have cheated with people.
Oh,
they probably deserve different.
And
all of us on here, I feel like most of our cheating has been done in previous years, like a long time ago. I don't think that any of us on here would be cheating like present day. Maybe Mark, but I'm just kidding, Mark. I'm just kidding.
Would you get back in a relationship with anybody from your past?
don't
Like
go.
anybody's been in the block?
Anybody was in an actual relationship with? No. Yeah.
Progressive relationship, sure. Like you
If
further, you got a little further.
Okay, so somebody you got to test the waters with, but it never like made it all the way. You might spin the block for, but nobody you were actually committed to. You feel like you want to see them in a commitment ever.
Yeah, no.
They just happen to get on at another exit.
All right.
But nah, no go back. That's for real. That's like no go back. That's like I made that rule up in my 20s. Go back.
I spin the block for if we were talking and stuff fizzled out. But yeah, anybody I was in a committed relationship, because the women I actually talked to were actually pretty cool, just stuff fell apart or whatnot. But yeah, anybody, the ones that I was committed to, they've moved on with their life so far now. You know what I'm saying? They got kids. It's just, we're good. We're good. Kids.
Talk the plural. Know how you feel about multiple kids.
Don't work. No go back.
Yeah, one child is fine. One child is fine, but no kids. No, we're good. But nah.
So when you break up with someone, do you believe that closure is necessary to move on?
Nope. I do. I be invested. Let me tell y'all something about me, man. I be emotionally dug in. All right, heels. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like the cleats. Like I want to act like I'm tough, like because there's a toxic side of me and there's a real side. Toxic side of me walk away like I just feel like I'm Batman, right? But like it's hard for me to really rest in that. If I truly care about you. I found that out not too long ago about me.
You seem like an emotionally in tune person. So why wasn't your British girlfriend happy? Like she said that you weren't.
Oh, y'all went all my business. That's crazy.
Oh,
all right. I'm gonna tell you what happened. No, we were happy. We were happy. It was a long distance situation, but at the main thing was money back then. I was in my 20s.
Okay, got it.
I won't make a name, and I was like really hustling, really grinding to like increase it. I'm seeing my friends, they buying houses and stuff and stuff. I'm like, hold up, let me I'm smart. Graduated from prestigious university. I got all these talents. Go ahead and put my man. Go ahead and grind it out. And I put effort. I'm talking about boom, making sure I in my professional job and my side hustles, all that, and everything was just failing left and right. And I just was like, yo, this ain't.
Okay, that's all I want to know. I just was trying to make it make sense in my mind. I was like, okay, you seem like okay.
I ain't had no money. That would have would. Once I got some money, everything was all right.
I think how Drew said, no one that I was in like an actual relationship with, but like someone that it might have like, yeah, I have a couple situationships where I'm like, what, Mark? What, Mark?
You got a lot of shit with you, yo. You got real specific for a moment because you got excited. You perked up when you had the opportunity.
Oh, no. If you actually knew me, Mark, you know I'm just a very animated person. Okay.
So you didn't think about a specific person?
I thought about specific people.
But not no one.
Mark, what about you? What's up with you?
He said no go back. I don't understand what we talking about. I said,
is it because they wouldn't take you back or because you wouldn't like?
I know no go back from experience.
Oh.
From experience. So what happened?
I want to talk about. They all ended badly. All of them. Go backs never.
So it just went burst. So when you went back to something that already ended, like, you went back and tried it again, and it was only worse.
It ended badly. Just we tried it again. Never good.
I think that's interesting. If you already had a negative experience with someone and your situation ended badly, not on the best terms, and you didn't want to talk to this person, what would make you feel like, ooh, if I do this the second time, this shit's gonna work? Like, what makes you feel like the same things won't happen or that people are not still who they are at the core?
People go back after like a couple of weeks. People go back after a few months. People go back after a few years. People go back after like 10 years. Depends on the scenario. So you might have thought the person grew or understood, like, oh, you went to therapy and you figured out some stuff and you got it together. Now you're like, okay, yeah. I think we can do this. But you didn't do nothing, right? He didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing, vice versa, whatever. Either which way. If you're not working together to move forward, and most people are not doing that at the same time, don't go back. Just move on.
I think my problem would be like my memory is long. So like even if we in the our fresh turn, like you do something to piss me off and you put me back into where I felt the first time, the first go round. That's why I don't think I could go back, because I feel like I will always go back to the initial failed relationship and how that made me feel the first time that you let me down or you hurt me or you do something similar to what led to us not being a thing the first time, if it was on you. You know what I mean?
But let me ask you this. If every time you have that experience where somebody hurts you a new way or bad experience or the relationship completely, it's over, how many of those do you keep carrying with you? Because you're going to heal from them, right? You're going to quote unquote heal from them. But the more they add up, whether you think you've healed from them or not, that's still a red flag for you, which would have been something that you might have been able to let go. But now it's like, no. So when them red flags start adding up, after a handful, it's going to be hard for you to keep moving forward. You're going to be stuck on stop.
I feel like those relationships really kind of molded me. They kind of helped me set boundaries and be clear on where I stand with people. What I will tolerate, what is like a hard pass, get my face. We ain't ever doing this. Like, you get placed in different pockets based off of how you're coming at me. I mean, so I don't know. That's my biggest thing, is why I couldn't spin the block on somebody that I was in a relationship with. Especially if it ended badly. Like, I wouldn't even go back to guys when we ended on a good note, just because I feel like we've been there, did that, tried it, it wasn't it. So I'm not going to invest any more time into something that just didn't work the first time for whatever reason.
100%.
If an ex or even someone that that is just like interested in you in a romantic way offers you a gift and you accept it, is there an expectation that you owe them something because you decided to accept whatever it is that they were giving? Because people like to give out trips around here. You want to go on vacation? It's a thing. And I don't know if it's a trend, if this is like a new thing. I don't know. Or, oh, Mark, you look like you done it to somebody before. You didn't ask them, you want to go on a trip?
Trip before.
Like as like a first date, like that freaks me out. Like, why you want to go on a trip with somebody you don't know? That could be a disaster. A disaster.
What if you had a trip plan and the person you was going to take couldn't make it or it fell off? You know, like y'all fell out.
Real mad. So I'm a replacement? Oh no. No. I ain't no seat filler. Like, no, we're not gonna do that. Like, I need to be the intention, the reason that the trip was made.
Being a seat filler. Why would you ever know that? You don't think there's been a lot of seat fillers and they didn't know they were seat fillers?
Yeah. I feel like you wouldn't know because I don't like last minute stuff like that anyway. So like don't last minute me. Like I want to feel like you put thought, effort into this, not just
like, damn, he's never spontaneous. I just want to find out.
Spontaneity when we know each other or we're together, that's one thing. When I don't know you, no. I don't want anybody to feel like they can make me just jump.
At what point is that though?
When I feel comfortable, like when I feel there's not a time limit on that. Like it's like once we've gotten to know each other and I feel like I have a grasp on who you are as a person and I feel like I can trust you, then we can move freely. But until then.
That's why, man, I'm telling you, hey man, as a dude out here, boy, it's crazy. Look,
it's crazy.
Y'all control the board. What are you talking about?
Okay.
If you open something, you want what's inside of it, right? I had to open something and couldn't get it open. It wasn't for you. You ever had try to open you? Everything ain't for everybody. Y'all control the board.
Honestly, I feel like I used to feel like that, but the older I've gotten, I do feel like men kind of do at this age.
I feel the same way, Tasha.
Like things kind of switched.
Yeah.
I always felt like that before, which is why I moved the way that I moved, because I always felt like when I'm ready, it'll happen. But now,
so okay, so
ain't happening.
Think about it. So what's the opposite? I mean, it's been argued so many different ways, but so just not recognizing in that moment of this is where I am, these are the opportunities I have that may start to slip away as time moves on, right? But if it was for you and you found it then, you would have held on to it, right?
Yeah.
Well, selection
you won't miss you. Yeah.
That's your selection process at that time was, you didn't have the life lessons to guide you to where you are now. You can see what you can see. But now that you can see what you can see, it's like, what happened to everything that I was looking for?
Shoot, everything that I was looking for, done got married, done had some kids, plural, like Drew. They ain't no option anymore. That's what happened. Listen, I ain't trying to wish divorce on nobody, but that's what it's looking like. Gotta wait for these chicks to get divorced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody on here.
I'm gonna be in the second draft.
It feels like. That's what it feels like. And it's so crazy to say, but a lot of the couples that got married so early, like in their 20s and stuff too, like that's kind of what's happening. Like you seeing at this age, this is where things are kind of like fizzling out. That's what it feels like. It's so sad.
So wait a minute. What happened to all them fish in the sea y'all keep talking about? Where the fish at?
I haven't talked about fish in years.
Honestly, I feel like I got played because I never was like a commitment person. Like I never wanted to commit to anybody. Like from 22 to 32, no commitment. No.
Same.
I'm just living my life. I'm figuring myself out because I feel like I didn't know who I was until I was like 27, 28. So I was just like, how can I be anything to anybody and not get lost in them? So, and that was my fear because I'd done that and I was like, we ain't doing that again. So when I was just like, oh, it's time to sit down somewhere, I thought it was just going to come so easily. And it has been a challenge since 32.
Yeah. You know, Tasha, I think I'm like the opposite of you. I think when we both lived in DC, I was very much like relationship. I need a relationship. I need this. I need this.
Yeah.
And I literally was telling my sister the other day, I said, I'm at a point in my life where I'm actually okay if it doesn't happen at this point. And and it might, honestly, the way it's looking, it might not happen because like you said, I think men are the ones who are kind of controlling the dating game at this point. Before I used to be like, I got the pick of the litter. I was talking about all the fishies. I know there's, but
Yeah.
and now I'm like, well,
Right.
Pick it a little.
Things have changed.
yeah.
Yeah, tables done turn, furniture done move. I'm saying like now
Nah, the tables is
we in control now, boy. They everywhere out here, boy. Like, oh
It's like
man,
shaking the table, like, oh, I hate it here.
Man.
I hate it so bad.
yeah.
It ain't
But you
good.
know, I'm actually okay with it now. I was never okay with being alone. This is my life. The pickings are getting slim at this point.
no, what's making them slim? Are they getting slim or are they gaining weight? Like, what these pickings looking like? Are they balding? Are they like? No, I'm just saying.
It's not physical. It's not.
I be
Yeah, it's not
insecure. I'm like,
physical
I
at
be in the
this
gym.
They don't know.
It's not physical. Like it's. Well, I don't think I've ever had like a physical type. Like my only, I feel like my only shallow thing that I ever had was I used to like just like real tall niggas. Like
I hated you.
But that, but I honestly, like, that's not something that would make me be like, oh yeah, I don't want to date you because you're not tall, right? But now, I don't know. I don't have a physical type. I just have a personality type and a chemistry type. Like if we click, we click. You can make me laugh. If I feel comfortable around you immediately.
Dating in New York, I felt like dating would be so much better.
This is the worst. I never thought it could get worse than DC. But New York is like a bottom of the barrel, and it makes no sense because it's New York.
Miles
So
away.
I think they're spoiled up here. They're spoiled. They got money. They got options. Like, I don't know. And then up here too, like nobody wants to commit. And even if you do commit, everybody cheating on each other anyway. Like everybody just cheat. Like
Really?
it's a commitment. It don't exist.
I only been here 6 months, so I need to hear this. This is
you're in New York
months.
too.
Yeah. So now I'm a little nervous. What you mean everybody cheating? Hold up, just because I wait a minute.
Listen, the men that I have encountered, yeah.
Can't it just be the people?
Where do you
The
live?
women gotta get a commitment to cheat. They can't get a commitment. Like you gotta be in a relationship, right? You gotta get there before you can cheat on somebody, right? Can't get that far. So you just dating. They dating.
Not you just there.
Oh, go out and make you some friends. Get to know some.
I have. I mean, my friends just in the same sad boat as me.
Wow. This is so different. This is amazing. Just hearing these accounts. Like Tasha, you said dating in New York is just ugh. And then I've heard women say the same thing about LA when I was living there for like 8 years. I gotta be honest with you, my experiences dating in LA and so far dating in New York have been quite nice.
You're a man, of course. Like your experience is going to be completely different from mine. Drew, like I was telling you, I feel like it has flipped. When I felt like in my 20s and in my early 30s, the ball was in my court. I controlled everything. And now I'm just like, oh my God, I control nothing and I hate it. Like I
I like the second
Drew,
part.
I'm like, how do you not see that y'all are like the creme de la creme right now? Like
because there's only a handful of y'all.
Right.
It's so many good women out here. There's a whole lot.
You like it's a playground.
Like about
but what's
academically intelligent, beautiful, driven, funny, like halfway corny, like women out here who are like, and corny is a good thing. It's corny get cuffed. I want y'all to understand that you can't be too cool. Like I like girls that for no reason to be sitting there like for no reason at all. Like those are the girls. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, you girl. I'm put a ring on that. Like, but I'm saying like that's like it's a whole lot of that out there. I guess for men, y'all pickings ain't really it ain't picking.
Yeah. I actually saw a tweet maybe it was a couple of weeks ago. It said that men don't care about losing good women because they just gonna find another good woman. Like
exactly
next week.
Exactly.
We're trying to hold on. Like, okay, this man is halfway right. I just gotta hold on.
Right.
Y'all gonna find a good woman by next week, next business day.
Ain't gonna be an afterthought. Just like that's.
How you not realize that it's the same bag that we come in, y'all come into damaged. What are you talking? Real? Like, come on now. Like y'all ain't
damaged goods. Damn.
From 20 to like 25 when life was like, yeah, life was whatever you wanted to be. After that point, the pain, that's why I told you earlier, all them little red flags that you done learned, built from trauma and bullshit relationships, them shits build up. You deflected a lot of good dudes along the way. Men do it too. It's okay. Now you got to pick up pieces and move forward.
I done missed out on a few good women. I ain't gonna hold you like
clicking. Hey, yo, I'm about to hit the big 50, man. So let me do my thing.
You about to do what?
You about to do what?
I got February, man, 50.
You look really good. Okay.
No.
Got the baby face.
February what?
18th.
You're an Aquarius? Okay.
It don't matter. See, look, she's so
Oh, you are an Aquarius?
I'm an Aquarius woman, so I know about y'all.
Oh. All right.
I see.
Okay. So before we get into the red flag game, what's the first red flag you noticed in your last relationship, and why did you stay after you noticed it?
I gotta think. Hold up.
To the first one.
The first red flag was that the last person I dealt with, he gave me the silent treatment when he would be upset. That was the first red flag.
And what made you stay?
I thought it was me. Like, I was just like, oh, he's not talking to me because I did something. I obviously did something to evoke this type of response. So he's just shutting down. Like, but then it just kept on happening. And it got to the point where, like, he would call me, and if I didn't answer the phone, he would give me the silent treatment for the rest of the day.
Oh,
so
that's manipulative. Okay.
Yeah, it was really bad.
I think the first red flag for me was when she was posting on her IG stories, but I hadn't got no text or no call for. See, that's a red flag. Look, you ain't supposed to be posting the IG stories, and I ain't heard from you. You know what I'm saying? What's going on here?
Wait.
I'm halfway joking. I'm halfway joking, halfway serious. But no, for real. I'm like, hold up, what you mean? I ain't get a smiley face, a hard eye, a kissy. I ain't getting nothing.
How far in the day are we?
We talking about how far in the day?
Yeah.
So let me get a little context, right? No, I think what was the first red flag? I think you know what? That's a lie. That's a lie. I'm wrong. The first red flag was, I remember earlier when we were talking, and I would say like, I miss you, and she like, I miss you too, right? And then one time I said I miss you, and I ain't get no response. Like she just dies the question, how was your day? Excuse me. But my stupid self is like, oh, don't worry about it. She's just busy. Like, I miss you. How was your day? Excuse me.
Was that the one that sounded like Peppa Pig?
No. First of all, nah. No, that one. So the girl, the one you talking about, that was back in my 20s. This girl I'm talking about was back when I was 35. So,
Interesting.
It was last year. It was last year, and I got a nice little awakening and introduction to this thing called intentional dating, and realized that this is a whole different ball game. Like dating for fun, which is what I've done the majority of my life, at least since I've at least been able to establish myself financially to afford dating. So what's that, from age 29 to now? Look, man, it costs money, bro. You can't be dating broke. I don't know what folks be doing and going. You do not want Applebee's. So anyway, this was a different situation. I realized that dating for fun is like playing high school football. Dating with intention is like playing in the SEC. That's just like you with Alabama, Auburn, LSU. That's dating with intention. Marriage is the NFL. And that NFL stands for not for long if you don't do the thing right. So like we understand.
First of all, Drew, I really like that analogy about like high school football to, not many people make it to the NFL. So
yeah.
Hey,
there you go.
That's right. Well, 1% make it. And then if you get there, the average life is 3 years. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you do well, you get that second, hey, you go and get that contract extension, you good. But let's see. And that's on a big payoff,
What would you tell yourselves as women at 23 that from today to change your perspective and how life is today?
That's so fun. I don't know that there's anything I could have told myself, but like to prepare myself for the shit that is my life today. Like with the dating stuff, I don't think so, because I don't regret going through any of those situations, because I felt like it helped me to be a stronger person, because when I was young, I felt like I lost myself easily in men. Like, I saw some potential, they ain't see the shit, but I spent so much time trying to bring it out of them, like, and I didn't focus on myself. That maybe that would be it. Focus on myself. But every situation just shaped me and showed me what I do value. What are things that are just like, this is stupid. Like, these are petty things. Like, you can grow, like having physical standards. Like, you ain't gotta be 6 feet right as right. You don't. You know what I mean? Like, if we connect and we are like that, stupid stuff like that does not matter. Like, that probably would be something, not to get hung up on the physical, Lord, I told you my petty standard height.
Yeah.
But I always think about this, like, back, app dating was just starting, like Tinder. I went on a Tinder date in DC, and I remember where this height thing came from. He hopped off. He was at the bar waiting for me. He got there first, and
now he was a leprechaun.
So I want to know.
So tall in his pictures, because they didn't have the height or nothing back then when they first started. He was so tall.
Watch him go down below you, or did he land like level with you? Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, I feel like I've been deceived, like I've been duped. Like, I'm mad because, like, he's so tall in his pictures. Like, he always got the angle from the ground up, and now I know why. Like,
now he had the camera laying on the ground and take a picture.
You look down on him, like, straight up. You was looking down on him. He was shorter than you.
Yeah, and I'm short. Like, I'm only 5'4".
Okay. Hey, my man was happy too. He was like, shit.
Okay, he was like, wow, I hit the jackpot.
He was like, damn, I thought I had one. Damn it.
Just a wrap.
Now he hopped off the bar stool though.
His feet were swinging. Like, it was.
Wait, Tasha, would you date someone that's shorter than you at this point?
Oh, damn.
Wow. The petty height. The physical doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. Well, we just connect. If we vibe on a certain level.
No. I would do it. It would not be ideal. Not gonna hold you. It wouldn't be ideal. It wouldn't be my first pick, but I just want to be spooned correctly. And I feel like if you smaller than me, how you gonna spoon me? And I like to be touched. Like, I just want to be. I ain't gonna do that.
What's the backpack thing? Like, my man on.
Be like a jam sport on your back. That's hilarious.
Like a crossbody bag joint.
No, not a jam sport,
right? And this concludes part 1 of the X-Files. Part 2 will be continued next week, and we'll get into the red flags, and I will let Mark, Drew, and Brittany turn the tables and grill me. So we'll see you then. Bye.